Hey, what's going on, everybody? We just got wind of some breaking news, apparently. Vince McMahon has retired from WWE. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think I'd be this much at a loss for words about this. All right, let's just actually put this all together with everything that we know. Of course, a little over a month ago, I believe it was, the Wall Street Journal came out with an article that actually revealed a a hush money settlement of, I believe, $3 million to a former employee who was said to have had a consensual relationship with Vince McMahon, and as it was termed, was ultimately passed over to head of talent relations John Laurinaitis, or at least now at this point I would think is probably on the verge of officially being the former head of talent relations. I mean, he was already suspended and removed as it was to begin with, and of course now I'm getting the alert from Wrestle Talk. They're going over that right now. I'm imagining they're live. Let me go ahead and try to see, because I'll just listen in on them. Oh no, it's just an 8-minute video, which I won't really play that. We got a few different content creators that I believe are live, but yeah, we got Joe Cronin, got Cultaholic. I believe No DQ is going to be going live if they aren't already, but True Heat Wrestling is also live, or True Heel Heat, excuse me. They're live, but yeah, that seems to be about it. But yeah, a little bit of everybody has actually posted something on this, or at least a lot of the bigger names in terms of the coverage of pro wrestling is concerned. You know, all those big names, they've basically got something out on it right now. Oh, okay, I guess, yeah, the Cultaholic, that's coming up. Yeah, the only thing I don't see is PW Unlimited, which is really unusual given the fact that Tim is really quick about putting something out when it comes to this. But anyway, I guess I'm really just trying to wrap my head around all of this right now. I really didn't see this coming. Let me see, when did this is about still roughly half an hour or so fresh, and well, within the last hour. I'm sorry, I didn't really see this coming, and I was actually getting ready to head out somewhere for a while. One thing I will say about it is it's just really interesting, because I actually wanted to post something not too long ago about how, you know, it was in relation to the ongoings of this situation, but it was more pertaining to, you know, just my thoughts in terms of the old pipe bomb promo, or at least just everything that was circulating around that promo at the time. But just where CM Punk talked about how, you know, WWE would be better once Vince McMahon is dead, and that, of course, I'm paraphrasing that, but, you know, I think about that because it really seemed like for a very long time that was literally how it was going to have to happen. You know, it was just, the man was going to have to, like, kill over from a stroke, a heart attack, God forbid any of those things be the case, but, you know, like, it literally seemed like that's what it was actually going to come down to before we would actually see a day like today. And, you know, I can't really refer to what I'm feeling as shock, in all honesty. I don't think that's what I want to go with, just for the fact that, I kind of have it to where personally I'm a little more numb to a lot of things, at least when it comes to, I guess, quote unquote shock value or whatever. But for me personally, I mean, the man has been at this pretty much longer than I've been alive. I mean, I just turned 43. It's coming up a bit more than a month ago now. And I'm seeing this, unfold. I mean, it's not really, I mean, the screen I'm looking at is just a bunch of YouTube thumbnails for my Amazon Cube app. But truth be told, I never really would have expected this day to come. I wouldn't have been surprised to see it. And the reason why, more than anything else, I say that shock factor isn't a thing for me, even with all the things, and now, of course, as of, I believe it's been a week or two ago now, the Wall Street Journal confirmed at least 3 other cases where now it totals out to $12 million of hush money that was, that had to have been offered out to plaintiffs. And, it just got to a point to where, at least as far as I could tell, and just speaking my perspective on this, and I'm not saying that this is necessarily how it would have gone down, but just reading the tea leaves for what they are, there's just no way that you would have convinced me that one way or the other, even if Vince would have found a way to survive the scandal, that he would have come out of it the same anymore. And this is proof like no other that that's just the reality of it. I mean, if nothing else, I think it would be fair to say that, you kind of have to look out for this being a bit of a work, because you are talking about a man who on TV actually faked his own death. So let's keep that in mind. I'm not saying that that's what's happening here again. I'm just saying let's just definitely have that in the forefront, because it's just something that you can't ignore. We'd be really, really irresponsible for letting that be the case. At least as far as I'm concerned, we would be. But yeah, I mean, I feel like this is really a matter of Vince seeing the writing on the wall, because my mentality when the more recent story within the last couple of weeks broke, and it was literally on a Friday, as I recall, I just couldn't help but think, what about the stuff that we don't know about? Because it just seemed like, for them to be able to dig out 3 more specific cases within a month's time from having revealed the first, I mean, what else was there going to be? And, I mean, there's just no way that there isn't more. You can't tell me any way, shape, form, or fashion how realistically there isn't more that we haven't had revealed to us. And now, at least seemingly, Vince is tapping out. He's tapping out because he doesn't want any more brought to the surface. I mean, he's trying to keep all of this as under wraps as he possibly can, and he might actually succeed in doing it. I don't know. That's even more for me to be able to speculate on than what I want. But all I'm wanting to say on this at this point is, it's definitely something I didn't see coming, especially just all out of the blue. And usually that's how these things happen, just really are all out of the blue, And I admit that I myself am guilty of making some out of the blue decisions, but it happens like that. I mean, if nothing else, we did have earlier this year Tom Brady announce his retirement, only, if memory serves me right, for him to within a week or two come back and unretire and say he's coming back for at least one more season. And I'm imagining it's just going to be this one more season, because I don't sense anything about him that leads me to believe it'll be more than that. But that's a whole other subject for another time. I'm just pointing that out because there are a lot of similarities to this, because again, very much stuff that's out of the blue, just straight out of left field. And you just never really know with these sort of things. And if we're being honest, one other thing that I think we are gonna need to pay attention to, and I'm gonna end it on this: Brady and McMahon are very similar in that sense, just in terms of, how they presented themselves as far as, the work ethic, which I gotta say, between the two of them, you get pretty second to none as far as that's concerned. But more than anything else, the drive that they've shown over the years to, be able to perform on the highest level, that they're capable of performing on, and that's where I feel like you got to really be on the lookout for this being something of a work. Not saying that it is, just that it could be, or maybe we just wind up having a switch flipped or something like that. I don't know. Either way, just let me know what you guys think. I kind of rambled a bit. The first little bit of this was rough because I really am trying to wrap my head around this still. But in the end, let me know what you guys think. If you enjoy the content, hit the like button, share, subscribe if you are new. And yeah, there's definitely going to be more coming, perhaps on this. Who knows? That's about all I got. I'll catch y'all later.